What's up guys, Tim from Sports Gamer HD, and I'm back with another episode of the Pentagon Challenge Series, where we are now at the end of our debut season in South Africa. That's our debut season with the Black Leopards. After such a long wait, we finally got our club job, and so far, actually, this season's gone okay. I've got to recap the fixtures. Obviously, we did have the African Cup of Nations halfway through the season, so the season got broken up quite nicely. It wasn't all, I wasn't dominated. My time wasn't dominated by the club team. It wasn't dominated by international. It was nicely broken up because of the African Cup of Nations, which we did get knocked out of. I can't remember what stage we got knocked out of. What was it? Quarterfinals. Today I'm not doing a live com. The season finished. We got knocked out of the quarterfinals to Senegal, who would actually go on to win the competition. Recap that first of all. Actually, I think that's the best thing to do. So yeah, we got knocked out of the quarterfinals to Senegal 1-0. In the semi-finals, Senegal beat Nigeria and Tunisia beat Mali, and then in the final, Senegal beat Tunisia 2-0. So we did go out to the team that did win the competition. Now, other than that, we went and I decided, right, let's get rid of a lot of the older players and build for the next African Cup of Nations, which is not for a while yet. So we're building some young players into the team, and we played against Guinea-Bissau. Guinea, we'll call them Guinea. I apologise, I don't know how you exactly pronounce that. I think it's Guinea something. 1-1 we drew with them. Then we played Burkina Faso and beat them 4-0, which is good stuff. In a couple of days' time, I've got to play against Gambia, and then we got a World Cup. Not a World Cup, so I was reading the wrong line. Then we got a friendly against the United States. With regards to the club team, though, things have gone pretty well. Last time I would have been with you would have been first game in February, wouldn't it? Amazulu. I'm gonna have to share. I really can't remember if I recapped the league form up till this point. So Amazulu, I'm going to assume, would have been the next game that I wouldn't have recapped. We beat them 5-0, then beat Bidvest Wits 3-0. Then we beat Vasco 3-2. German Cosmo drew 0-0 with them. Then we went on to lose 3 games on the bounce. And our form was really bad for about 8 games. All in all, 8 games or so. Our form was just not very good because, well, for a while, it wasn't 8 games actually. It felt like 8 games, but it was quite a while. It was particularly these 3 games, but then it was the draws as well, and then the dodgy form. And that's because we did have about 9 players injured. 9 players. It was just not, including our only good goalkeeper, which is really frustrating. So I just put some other players in goal, and that's why we got thumped a few times, particularly the Ajax game. That's why our form went from wins, and then it just went horrible because of the injuries. Then we got the players back though. It would have been probably about for this last stretch actually, and we did really well because at one point we were on course to compete for the second spot in the league, or certainly get a top 4 spot. And the top 4 spot is crucial because for financial reasons, because you get more prize money. I think it's over the 100 grand mark, so we were on course for that. But then we played against Orlando, and we beat them on penalties in the Nedbank Cup, but we have lost to them. I thought we lost to them. We beat them there. I thought we lost to them at some point. I tell a lie. We didn't lose to them this season. I thought we had. No, but we sort of. I think we did well to keep them out because they're a good team, of course. So we drew 0-0 with them. That's really killed our chances of a top 4 spot. But we did beat Swallows 3-1 in the final game of the season. Nedbank Cup, as you can see here, I did go out to Thunder Royal Zulu 1-1. I went out to them on penalties, which was really annoying because we did take the lead and just threw it away really. But all in all, the league table, we finished in 6th, which is not too bad. I'm pretty pleased with that one actually. I thought because at one point when we were really losing, we were really dropping below mid-table, and I was getting a bit worried that we were, if we hadn't got the players back as quick as we did, well, it wasn't quick, but if just say it had been a couple games longer, our form could have really gone really bad, and we could have been really lower mid-table. It could have been awful. But all in all, I'm really pleased we finished 6th in the table. Where were we actually expected to finish? 10th. So we did better than what the media thought we were going to do. And When does that mini league finish? What's that for? Playoff mini league. Oh, I see. Yeah, if they lose, they go down. Okay, that makes sense. So how many points did we finish off? The crucial thing is we've got to finish in the top, for the next season this is, sorry, in the top 2 to get into the Champions League. So the top 2. So how many points were we off top 2 this season? They finished on 58. We finished on 49. So what? 9 points? 3 games. All we got to do is win 3 extra games this next season. If it's, you know, obviously points will be different, I know, but you know, 9 points. We were just 9 points, 3 games away from finishing a Champions League spot, which is really good. So that's going to be our objective. We don't have to win the league. You know, we don't have to. I genuinely think, with the way we've rebuilt this team now, with a lot more youth. I mean, for example, this guy's awesome. He's been really, really solid for us this season. As is Dinda, actually. This guy's not so young, but he had a really good season. He's 25, to be fair. He's not old at all, is he? He had a really good... he only played 8 games, but his ratings were really good, and he finished the season really strongly for us. And this guy from Uganda, he was awesome for us when he came in. He scored 6 goals, all from corners, because of his jumping. His heading ability is not great, but his jumping was what did it. So he scored goals. He was good for us. And... my little superstars in the midfield. This guy was amazing for us. As you can see, 14 games, 6 goals, 4 assists, 1 man of the match, 7.28 rating, which is pretty awesome. Who else was awesome for us? Yep, he was pretty good. He was so good, I included him into the South African national team. So he's earned that spot. Oh god, this guy. Oh, he's an absolute animal for us. His goal record's really good, actually, to be fair. 36 games, 16 goals, 3 assists, 3 man of the matches, 7.17 rating, leading the attack. He's actually now qualified to play for South Africa, but he's just too old, because considering I'm building for the future. We have a Messi. This guy's called Messi, and he was actually pretty solid. 1 start, 10 bench appearances, 3 crucial goals, 1 assist, 7.05 rating. I think he's going to develop into something quite nice. I know he's 25 years old, so he's not, you know, especially young anymore, but you know, not peaking yet as a striker. He's physically pretty good. Hopefully with training he'll develop a little bit more. We've got some players joining us, I believe. I think I've done a deal or 2. I'm working on a deal for this guy. He looks pretty decent. 16 finishing. Composure leaves a little bit to be desired. Physically, he's got to improve a little bit with regards to his acceleration and agility. But if we can get him from the Burkina Faso, he could be pretty awesome for us. And then this guy's joining us as an attacking left winger. Hopefully he'll be something pretty decent. He's physically okay, can cross the ball, so just add more options on the left. And then I've done a deal for this guy as well. He'll be a defensive, more ball-winning midfielder, which is pretty good because we've got quite a few creative options already, so that's going to be quite crucial for us. Various players are going to go, because the biggest issue with the team is, I felt, was it's slow, very slow. A lot of the players are. He's not physically, he's not great, but let's see if I can find a good example. This is what I'm talking about. Look, tackling 15, brilliant, no problem there. But you go to his physical stats: 11 acceleration. That's it. That's his best. 5 strength, 7 pace. It's just not good enough. We need players who are quicker, who are stronger, and that's where the other guys come help us out. He's not. I mean, Hamza Malem isn't great physically, but I don't know, he just makes up for it by the fact he scores goals, so that's fine. So really what I've been doing this season, just rebuilding. You know, physically we're not great, stamina wise. Look at the stamina, it's just not very good. Technically brilliant, mentally very good, but just physical, we need to get physically better, and that's why I've been focusing on our recruitment. So we've got some players coming. So with the way we've improved the team, this guy's also pretty good. Physically he's got to improve, but he's 19 years old, so he's got lots of room for growth. So I think genuinely next season we can compete for the league championship, but obviously the absolute objective is to finish inside the top 2. So second place is absolutely fine, because we've just got to get in the Champions League. All we got to do, we don't have to win South African Premiership. All we got to do is win the Champions League. Obviously, we were it was saying we're in the, as I mentioned in another episode, it was saying we're in the Confederations Cup, but no, I've had no such games, so maybe that's, I don't know, a fault, or maybe because it definitely wasn't saying I'm to improve, because it was saying things like I'd sign a player and they would say to bolster their options in the Confederations Cup, stuff like that. But so that suggests it thought I was in the competition, and you can probably hear my dog's having some sort of spaz while he's asleep. Anyway, he so it was saying that, and that like suggests that I'm in the Confederations Cup, but it wasn't. It definitely wasn't suggesting that I was looking to qualify for it. Like, it wasn't saying things like to bolster their options in their bid or quest to qualify for the Confederations Cup. It was saying for our campaign in the Confederations Cup sort of thing. So I don't know. Maybe that was a bug. Maybe, I don't know. It was just weird. But we didn't have any Confederations Cup games, so I don't know what happened there. But with regards to next season, obviously Champions League is the objective, and I think we did really well, considering I had to rebuild a lot of the squad or bring in some new options, because I knew nothing about this team and physically they're appalling. So all in all, very pleased. The South African national team, I'm still devastated that we couldn't get the African Cup of Nations done, because it just means I've got to be in charge of them for that little bit longer, and I would like to get out of Africa and complete this Pentagon so badly now, because I'm really getting bored of it. I'm so obsessed with it. I've got to get it done. But God, it's getting tedious now, because I just know I've got to keep. I know it's just one of those things. Like, I want to play with the saves, but then I'm like, I've got to complete the Pentagon challenge. I've got to get it done. I can't not finish it now. It's just one of those things. It's like an obsession. But anyway, I've rambled enough. Leave a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.